Welcome to this look at new mods on Farming Simulator 25 with me, Mr. Searly P. Ladies and gentlemen, it is Wednesday the 25th of June and we've got some new mods. We've got quite a few updates. The map Lipinki by Grignac and Fevre has had an update that says new save game is recommended. Starowiec by Grignac and Fevre also says a new save game is recommended. The John Deere 710 by FredModding. The Randon Rototrem Bulk Carrier by Agro Mods. The Wheel Loader Shovel Pack by MacTrucker921. The American Midwest Cold Storage by ICAS, the Farm Building Set by Hellraiser, Supermarket Productions by Let's Be Having Moo, the 3 Stars Garage by ICAS. We've got the American Midwest Maintenance Shop by ICAS, the Hand Liftable Consumables by MrHector, the Cortiva Circular Pivot Irrigation, yes, by Hispano, the SDF Open Field Pack by AZ Bunker, the Farm Production by Cavalier Roy Monkey Show Modding, the Bunker Wall Set by Modding Association of Baxter, and the Buildings Package by Bzemic 23433 have all had updates. So, in front of me, we have got the Fence Pack by MonkeyFunky. This is 4.75 megabytes download. 1s and 2s in the slot count, and there are 6. If we go into our build mode and under fences, you'll see them here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. They start off at 20, and obviously the price then goes up on these. I've got some out. I'm not going to show you every single thing because we've got some in front of us. But this has got 2 options, as you can see there. And you click it over, if you haven't seen this before, you switch segment type. So I do that. If I switch segment type, it does that. So you've got fence or gate. This one is just fence. There's no segment type change on that one. This one here is this one here. So you've got 2 segment types. No, it's not. It's this one here. There we go. So we've got 2 segment types, fence and gate. This one here, interestingly, he says, is that one there. So 2 types, fence and gate, and I've done a fence the other side. Then the last 2 are just fencing. So there's the fencing of that one. No option to change that. And then that one there, again, just fencing. No gates on that one either. Don't know how to put that in. But what I'm going to say now, I don't know whether they're supposed to be this low, like little picket fences, or whether the scale's wrong. Because I don't know, they just seem very low. Maybe they are supposed to be like that, but I don't know. You tell me. So that's the fence pack. Next we've got the Luminous candles. They're these, just here. They flash constantly. You can't turn them on or off. So, Luminous candles, 0.42 megabytes download, 2s in the slot count by AgriKevolution. You find these under build mode, under our lights, just there, 20 each. Buy them, place them wherever you want, rotate them round. So they'll flash day and night. I don't think they have a battery that runs out or anything like that. So if you want to warn people of something, I don't think they're liftable either. No, once they're in place, they're in place. If you need to remove them, you can just remove them. The Luminous candles. Next, we've got the Farm Factory. There are 2 buildings in this. This is by OmaTana. This is 29.62 megabytes download, 16 slots and 20 slots, 50,000 each. Under factories is where you find them, and there are no customization options. So the first one, just here, is our Farm Factory. And as you can see, it kind of combines everything, really. You can see all the things. Again, I'm not going to read every single thing out. You can see the capacities over on the right-hand side. And that's what we'll do as we scroll down. What's different about these, I suppose, compared to your standard ones, and this takes in all sorts of stuff. If we go across, we go down to our recipes down here. Cycles per month are okay, not crazy, but it's the recipes that are a little bit higher. Spinach one, 1,000 to 450, 400 to 90, 600, 250, 1,000, 3,000. So these will produce far faster than base game productions. So that one does pretty much everything thrown in. Then this one around the back, just here, come over there, like so. So this does your farm supply factory. So the things you're going to need for farming: seed, chaff, or silage from chaff, pig food, seed from corn, digestate into liquid fertilizer. Again, with this, cycles per month are okay. It's the recipes that are high. 1,000 to 100. So it'll produce quickly. You're going to lose quite a lot in that, but the digestate, if you're running it through a biogas plant, you get a lot of digestate, and then you can run your liquid fertilizer. Liquid fertilizer tends to go further out of a sprayer than digestate does out of a spreader, I have found in the past. So grass from hay, sorry, hay from grass, sides from grass, sides from hay, lime, mineral feed, like I say, and there's various different recipes that require all various different things in here. So this will do all of the things you need for running your farm. The other stuff is more production based than this. Nice and straightforward. And putting in, taking out, again, pretty straightforward as well. In here, out there. The other one we got in, out, and because some of the things are products, there's pallets. We've got a hazard marked area there where your pallets will spawn as well. So that is your farm factory by OmaTana. We come around behind that. Have I got this right? Oh no, I'll do these next, then we'll go up onto the hill. So next we've got the EU factories. 10.8 megabytes download by DMI 20mm Normandy. 18 slots 70,000, 20 slots 96,000. I don't need to show you. There's no customization options on these. Again, build mode factories is where you find them. Putting in, done here. Pallet spawn there. Click on our manage production, and this will do butter, cheese, and chocolate. This one is fairly standard. Recipes, cycles per month aren't particularly high. Recipes aren't particularly high. So it will run pretty much like a regular dairy, but it's the building that's the main focus, the EU factories, if you're looking for a particular style. And the second one just here on the EU factories, just there, is your grain mill. So flour from barley, oats, rice flour long grain, rice flour, rice, and then we've got sorghum flour and wheat flour. And again, cycles per month, the recipes not particularly high, so these will take a little bit longer, I guess, than you I say might be happy with. That's the wrong way of saying that. So what we're going to do now is just quickly whiz up to the field. To this building here. This is the Agrohandler workshop by Rabe. 18.37 megabytes download, 14 slots, 75,000 to buy, repair and repaint, build mode and tools is where you'll find it. Why did I put it up here? Because I needed a piece of ground that I hadn't already placed something on that it would allow me to place, and because you'll see in just a moment. Big garage doors open here, but this has got stuff in it already, so it's going to show you things that are being worked on. We've got our fans going, door does open and close. We come into here to our main reception area. Then into the workshop is because they have pits. There are 2 pits, and when you go to place this, if I go up to here, I wasn't going to go into here and show you, but we'll go in, come down to tools and go to there. Okay, thank you. You'll see, look, it comes out like that, raised, and where it says overlaps with another object, if I override that and place it, it will raise the ground up to it rather than put it down into the ground. So if I do that back, if I can find a plot of land like that, where it doesn't give me the option, when I place it, it sinks it into the ground. So it's just something to be aware of when you do that, because this does have pits. And if we come over to here, repair and repaint, click on that, bottom right, R&R, nice, helpful, handy. Looks good, nice details, nice sound effects. The Agrohandler workshop. Next, I've got to go back again to these, which kind of have me a little bit vexed, confused. Silos pack by ModPassion. 2.08 megabytes download, 3 slots. There are 2 of them. There's 35,000 litre and a 10 million litre under silos. Then under containers, same thing. 3 slots and for both, a 35,000 litre and a 10 million litre. So I've got one. These 2 are both from silos. This is from containers, because I thought, well, there must be a difference, surely. But there's not. Customization option, we can change the colour, as you can see there. That's yellow, that's blue, that one's been left silver. If we come over to this here now, I can click on that. These are the things that you can fill it up with. So this is a refill from here, or there is a tip point, so you can refill it yourself. I bought some wheat into there, but this will take wheat, barley, oat, canola, sorghum, sunflower, soybean, corn, long grain rice, and back again. So standard crop types, not multi-fruit storage. That's 35,000 litre, that's 10 million litre. But when I tipped wheat into that one, and that one, and that one, remembering that's from containers, not silos, to see what would happen, it did this. So I've got wheat in here already. If I do that now, it says there is no more storage space for the product. So these will only take one item at a time. You can't put multiple in there. So for the 35,000 litre ones, that's okay. But for the 10 million litre silo, only to take one crop type, I don't know, it just seems a little bit odd to me. Anyway, build mode, I'll just show you. Under containers. There you go, 10 grand. Is that the right one? Silos pack, silo for bulk. Yeah, 35,000 litres or 10 million, same price. If we then go across to our silos and go to the same thing, just there, yeah, 10 grand, 10 grand. 35,000 litres or 10 million litres. So I suppose if you're doing root crops, you might have 10 million litres. So whether you get it from silos or containers, they do the same job. That's the silos pack. Next, we've got the sheep shed, which is this one just here behind me. I didn't put any sheep in this. This can be customised. The pasture can be customised to make it larger. 16.85 megabytes download by CB Modding. 100 plus I put on the animals, although, this is curious, 6 slots, 20,000. Build mode, and come down to there and across to our sheep, and then there it is just there. There's no customization option for changing colour or anything like that, but when you go to place it, I don't know if you can see there, the one that's already there, it put this brown land bit. So I tried to then put my fencing in, and it wouldn't allow me to complete the fencing. So I said, okay, fine. Clicked off it. I won't do the fencing. We'll leave it standard. And here's the curious thing. Pallets will spawn here for our wool. Dialog box for animals is there. Feed trigger is just here. But if I go to my dialog box, it says 100 in the description. It's only done the pasture big enough for 52. So I'm assuming that it's because those silos were there. Whilst it did put the footprint down, it probably should have gone out to here. And it did that. So, anyway. But that you can extend it, you can make it much larger. Nice looking building, shed for your sheeps. That's the sheep shed. Next, we've got square silos. I'll show you here, then we'll go up onto the hill. Now, these are interesting because we've got this one here, 56 grand. Did I say what they were? 27.43 megabytes download, 22 slots, 13 slots, and 16 slots by Agrogaatti. So, this one will hold 235,400 litres. That one will do 1,074,300. That one will do 1,541,000. Now, these, it says in the real world, would be a dryer. In this case, they're not dryers. That first one doesn't give you any option. That's just a silo. This one here and this one here, down the bottom, it shows straw and wood chip. That's because it used to be a dryer. So it's got a sell point built in to bring straw and wood chip as a sell point, because those would be the products that would have been used in the burners for the drying process. These aren't dryers, they are just silos. But here's the thing, if we over here, you'll see there, when we go to place them, because of the design of them, it will put it up on a hill. Now these two extensions here, with the slopes, I put in. Because when it placed it, it just did a little rectangle like that. So you need to place them somewhere where you've got allowance for ground deformation and the fact you're going to need to extend it further out. I did it by levelling from the platform out, then smoothing the slopes down. How you go about that's up to you. There's also a couple of options. If I click on, do that one there and bring it out here. So, for example, customization option, design 1, design 2. So the metal bits are now coloured the same as the building. And then we can actually change the colour, only from that palette, like so, for the actual facility. I'm going to head up to the facility and show you it now. So, just here, if we head up the slope, just here, this shutter opens and closes, and this is the sell point. So the second two, the two larger ones, has a sell point for your wood chip or straw. You can close that. Even with that closed, when you back up, the trigger comes out a little bit further, so you can still sell without that open if you want to. Come inside here. Tipping into the silo is done here, and this is raised because it's simulating the fact you've got a silo you're actually tipping into, kind of, rather than being directly underground. Nicely made and detailed. Now if we come inside and close the door from here, there you go. They fold like that. These smaller doors do open and close like that, but you have to do the small doors first when you come in. If I go that side and close the door, you can't open them from the outside. So you have to use the small door, go in, then open the bigger doors from the inside. So that's putting it into the silo. Down here, we take out of the silo, pipes up here. We'll put our stuff back in. This door doesn't open. I did sort of a quick check around just to see what was what. And there you go. That's our square silos. Next, we've got chicken fattening just here. Now, I hope I've got some. I haven't. I'm concerned now. Because there's some information in the description on this, and I'm confused, concerned. 23.38 megabytes download by Kastor D-S-Agrarservice, 7, 7 and 8 slots, 1,250, 2,500 and 5,000 animals respectively. You can't go into the building, so you can't see the chickens. You can't actually even hear the chickens. There's also a silo extension, which is 5 slots, 45,000 to buy, and will hold 400,000 litres. So, our dialog box is just here for our chickens. And if I click on that, you'll see I've got 3,005 chickens in here of various different configurations. If we come around the side, our straw goes in here because you can get chicken manure. I keep saying this, it should be a thing base game. This is an addition. This is the manure heap, for all intents and purposes, that comes with it. We've already got some eggs coming out. Food goes in here. We go into our build mode, come down to our animals and go across to our chickens. You'll see the 3 options. So we've got this one just there. That will do 1,250, and that is that size. No customization options. That one there will do 2,500, that size. And the one I picked will do 5,000. That's 356,000. Much bigger building. But like I say, you can't go into the buildings, which is a bit of a pity. If we go back up, we go along to silo extensions, just there. That's the little shed bit that goes on the side. Now I'm wondering if it's because the pig thing's next door, because it might be fighting. That's trying. Well, it should just come out as manure. It's not a separate chicken manure. So that it's open, if you can see, like that. So what you do is you just put it up against the side of the building wherever you want it. Before I placed it, if you go into here, my chicken fattening there was saying, the manure thing was saying no manure heap nearby. As soon as I put it on there, it's showing it, but it's saying 0 litres. And this is where I'm a little bit concerned, because in the description it said that because chicken manure isn't a base game feature, although some other mods we've had have done it, this will only work on a map that is already prepared for chicken manure, which makes it odd that it's available as it is now. I might, if I can remember, I might speed up time to see if I get any manure in there. But what I will do, actually, I don't have any animals in this one, so that shouldn't affect it. And see if we get any manure in it, because it should do. Let's just say that. So that's the chicken fattening. Next, we've got the GDR PigBarn, just here. This is by Rabe. Not by Raider, by Hellraiser, sorry. 25.65 megabytes download. 20 slots, 32,000 to buy, and it will hold 50 animals. If we go to here, come to there, go across to our pigs, and it's that one just there. No customization options, it comes as it is. So, we come in the door here, these doors do open and close. In the side here, here's our slurry point. If we come through, feed and bedding, and we've got all the various different troughs. We do have a hayloft, but there's no ladder to get to, or at least I haven't come across an option for ladder. And then here we've got our dialog box for our animals. Now, if we come out of here and we close these doors like that, he says, did I close the doors or not? Closed door. There we go. If I come to the wall here and turn that way and come forward a little bit, it will say closed door. If I do that now, that does the top doors. So if you've got a telehandler or something like that, it's the same at the front as well. Just come to the side, to the left-hand side of the door, whether you're front or rear, and it'll give you the option open door, and that'll do the top doors on there as well. Like I said, I haven't found a ladder for that, so I'm not sure. Curious in its nature. Did I say how many it would hold? 50, I did, yes. Next, we've got lizard cow barns. Now, there are 8 in this pack. I've got one out to show you an example, because they're all based on the same format, same form. The weathering is fantastic. They look great. This one's got a feed robot station with it. We've got our various different triggers. Straw bedding can be done inside, but here as well. These doors all do open like that, which does the outer door and the inner door as well. Slurry point is just over there. Feed trigger is down the middle in there. Here on the side here is our dialog box. And I say the others are all a variation on a theme. This does open and close, like so. There we go. So, that will hold 200, this particular version. We've got the option for solar panels, one side, both sides, and then we've got a colour option on here as well. So we go into our build mode again, and we come to cows, and you'll see there. So the first one here, 484,000. That one says Lizard Cow Barn mod. Now this one has a pasture that can be modified. So it says 209, but you can extend it, and you can do colour and the rest of it. The next one over is Lizard Cow Barn with feeding robot. Same thing, says 209. It's the same building, but with the feed robot, and again you can extend the pasture. This one here is cow barn without pasture, so that's 200 fixed. That might be the one I went for. Then you've got the version of it with robot again, without pasture, can't be extended, 200. Next one down, we go a little bit bigger. So this is the cow barn large. That is with pasture. And it'll do 313, but obviously they can then extend it with robot if you want the robot version. Then this is without pasture, 300, and that one is with robot without pasture, 300. Slot counts on these were 18s and 19s. Did I say 67.37 megabytes download? By MrHector. What I'll do is I'll show you here on this one. So we've got the option for customize, solar panel one side, that side, both sides, then color option. Let's go blue. There you go. So you can see the difference in size as well. But the detailing on them is exactly, it's exactly the same. That's got a door in the middle, which the other one doesn't. There are a few little slight differences. So you've got your options with customizable pasture and feed robot, without pasture and feed robot, and you can pick and choose between the ones you want. I have to say, I just like the level of detail. MrHector does a brilliant job, I have to say. And then your feed robot stuff, you put your various different items in there, and on the hour, upon the hour, the robot will go out, do its trundle round, and fill up your feed troughs. Very handy indeed, as we all know by now. So that is the Lizard Cow Barns. Next, we've got this. So this is the Fertilizer production, 6.97 megabytes download by DS Power, 21 slots, 25,000 to buy. Build mode and factories is where you find it. There's no customization option for colour or anything like that. It comes as it is. Taking out is done there. Putting in is done there, and then managing of our production is done there. We have lime in, manure in, water in. Why is it? Oh, I've just realised what I've done. I've got my distributor over there that does lime, water, seed, manure, that kind of stuff. I've left that sat on distributing, and on the hour that's obviously distributed over. I thought I didn't put anything in this. I'm sure I didn't. I know this one will go at a fair speed. Cycles month is only 24, but the recipe is 1,100 and 100, gives you 1,000 out. So with a high recipe, it should run at a fair pace. But you need those 3 items to get that to run, and it will produce your solid fertilizer. Again, nice and straightforward. Actually, I don't think the door opens on that, does it? No. Well, I better check that. Don't want to make any assumptions. I've said before, we know what that does. Next, we have got the Drive Over Bunker Silo. I love this, by DrXmL. 2.67 megabytes download, 4 slots and 4 slots, and then 2 slots for Rampage. And it's this here. So, big old silage clamp, huge thick walls to make sure everything is, kept as it should be. Now, you can back in, you can do your usual and fill it up and, use it as a bunker silo. However, if we come to here and do that, it does this. While it's doing that, it's like something from Thunderbirds, isn't it? That's very cool. So, if we now go, oh, watch out, up to there, across to our silos and down, we have got, so for 65 grand, just there, you've got the smaller one, which is the one I put down, no customization options, or for 100 grand, look at the size of that thing. It's massive. So, there's those. 4 slots each, and then for 1,500 you've got the wedge-shaped ramps. Now, if you just bought this pack and you just want the ramps, you can use the ramps whatever you like. You can put them either side, but you don't technically need to because it's got a ramp at the back built in. But if you want to run ramps all the way down the side of it, or like say if you want to use them for something else, you can do whatever you like. And then what you do is, if you don't want to fill it up normally, because it's slatted across the top, if I go and grab my tractor, you can just drive across the top. Then you haven't got to do that thing, you know. And the bunker's not that expensive either, really, to be fair. You haven't got to do that thing where you have to back up and back up. I mean, I suppose you should really be pushing up with another piece of equipment. But if you're trying to avoid backing trailers up, if I just unload here, we'll unload through the grate. I'll just keep tipping and it's filling up as we go. There we go. That's everything I had in there out. Hop off and you'll see it's inside. It'll give us our, there you go, fill level and compacting. Obviously, if you're going to compact this, you want to open those up. But it allows you to drive right the way along the length of it and fill it up from the top. Oh, I like it. That's nice. There you go. That's the drive over bunker silo. Next, we've got the bucket hydraulic 3 points. Just here. Now, I only got this out. I was going to show this in the menu. This is by LVTmodding. This is 7.14 megabytes down and 4 slots. I got this out because there were 2 options, and I read it and thought, I'm not quite sure what that refers to. So, I will show you. This is under miscellaneous. And just there. So, for 3,500, we've got an option of bale trailer, and I thought, is that like an auto-load bale trailer? Will it do like one bale automatically? So, that's what I wanted to check. Or capacity 3,000 litres. So 3,000 litre bucket or bale trailer. We've got brand Lizard, we've got John Deere, Joskin, Class, Fendt, New Holland, back to Lizard again. So I got it out for that reason, just to double check, and it turns out the bale one just has tension straps. So it doesn't have a capacity, but you can put IBCs, pallets, bags, whatever you want on it, and tension strap them down, or even some logs if you want to do that. Now, we've got automatic, raise and lowering, L1 and circle, or I've got tilt, manual and raise and lower manual if I want to put it in a particular position for any particular reason. There we go. That is the, I've got to find it again, the bucket hydraulic 3 points. Next, we've got a few. We're going to have a look in the menu at, we're going to go to this menu. So, starting off with the LR290, the Lizard LR290 roller, 2.16 megabyte download by Adub Modding ABP team. 2 slots, 3 meters wide, no options on this. It comes as it is. I can't see any option for attaching multiple together. It comes like that. Attach it to your tractor, take it out, and it's a roller. It does the rolly thing. Next, we have got these were under cultivators. So, just there, we've got the Lizard AUS Atena 1. This is by Pzemek 23433, 8.14 megabytes download, 5 slots, 2.5 to 3 meters wide, 50 to 70 horsepower required, 2.5 meter, 2.7 meter, or 3 meter. Has an option on the back, or an option, it's on there at the moment on the back, for adding a 3-point link mounted something. So if you want to put a seeder on the back of there, or I don't know, whatever you want to put on the back of there isn't up to you. We've got a tubular roller, string roller and back. Hydropack spacing is wide or narrow, so it depends what you're putting on there. Main colour, you can pretty much see what does what. That does your main colour, and the roller colour does your roller colour. And then we've got the Horsch Tiger 6 DT. This is 10.37 megabytes download, 8 slots, 6 meters wide by Puszkap. We've got the option for Trelleborg, Vredstein, and backing. That's it. Design colour EU US and license plate. 6 meter, 300 horsepower required. Got quite big chisels on that. So cultivators, generally speaking, will bring up small stones. Ploughs and subsoilers, bigger stones. Disc harrows normally shallow cultivate. Generally speaking, that is a fairly sort of sweeping-ish type of statement. I'm going to show you the next one in here. Next we've got the Rabe MK300 and Multidrill M300 by privatprivat and Jogi. 6.66 megabytes download, 3 slots and 3 meters, 6 slots and 3 meters. So under power harrows, we've got the MK300 just there. We've got rear hydraulics, yes or no. Now, that's straightforward. Bang, puts them on or doesn't put them on. So if you just want to run it as a power harrow, you don't have to have that on the back. Frame colour does the frame colour, as you can imagine. If we come out of there and come to our seeders though, and go to there, there's our Multidrill M300. Click on that, we've got the option of Trelleborg, BKT, back again. Under BKT, we've got that and that. Now, without tramline or with tramlines, so if you want to put your own tramlines on, if you're not running precision farming, you want to do tramlines, you can. But then this, we got for rear hydraulics. So you can run this as a seeder in its own right on the back on a 3-point link, or switch it to 4 power harrow, and that works with the other element I just showed you under power harrows, so it will attach onto the back, and we can change the frame colour on that too. I'll jump out to it, and we'll have a look now. So as you can see, there's our power harrow with its 3-point link. There's our multi-drill. I did the multi-drill metallic and that one left standard just so you can see the difference. It's kind of obvious which is which, really, isn't it? This holds, was it 600 litres? It wasn't a huge amount of seed, to be fair. So what we'll do is lower that down, like that. Do that, lower the whole lot down. I don't think we have any option for lift the cultivator, lower the cultivator. Just double checking there was nothing else on that. We can unload it, open cover, does that, there. Nice animation. Turn that on. So this should act like a direct drill now because we've got the power harrow on the front. Turn that on. Away we go. We are power harrowing and seeding at the same time. Like I say, if you want to, you can set that to just have a 3-point link on it and just use that seeder as it is. All is good. There you go. The Rabe MK300 and Multidrill M300. Next, if we go to our slurry tankers, just here, we have got this. The Samson PG220. This is 9.64 megabytes download, 6 slots by BlackPanter modding. Excuse me. Now, this one has options for Trelleborg, Michelin, BKT, Vredestein, Nokian, and back to Trelleborg. There are some different options with regard to wides, standards. I think, well, did we have one that was wide and wide 2? Might just be wides and standards, actually. Yep. Now, capacity standard is 20,000 litres. Then it goes to big, 35,000 litres. Then it goes very big, 50,000 litre, which is pretty cool indeed. This does require something to be attached on the back. It doesn't have its own spread width. Main colour is anything on that palette. Rim colour is rim colour. Nice and made and detailed. But I think the capacity on that is what makes that kind of stand out just a little bit. We come down a little bit further and we come to our barrels. Just here, we have got the water trailer. 7.07 megabytes download by IrrSinn Rainer. 2 slots, 2,000 litre capacity, as you can see. We've got the option on this one. I do like that, Will, like that. You've got BKT, Trelleborg, back again. Under BKT, we've got standard, standard 2, wide tyre, wide tyre 2. Then we've got BKT, sorry, then Trelleborg, standard, wide, back in. That's quite cool as well, I have to say. Main colour does the frame. Trough colour does the trough on the back. And then rim colour does the rim. The barrel stays as it is, 2,000 litres, and it only takes water, doesn't take anything else on top. Next we have got... where is it? Oh yeah, up on the field. Making another return. I'm trying to think how many versions of the game this has been in. This is the Bredal F2WS4000 by Puszkap, 4.63 megabytes download. 3 slots, 42 metre spread width. This would be fertilizer and lime. I put lime in it. It doesn't say in the description this time. I did double check before. If we come into here, not here, if we come to here and we go to our fertilizers. Just there. That's where you find it. 28 grand. We can change the main colour. Anything on that palette like that, which does that. The rest of it stays as it is, and because it doesn't say any differently, and I put lime in it and it's still saying 42,000 meters. Nope, 42 meters. Open cover does that and that, which it will do automatically when you come to binding silo or something like that. Turn it on and away we go. That looks like 42 meters to me. So fertilizer or lime to 42 meters, 4,000 litre capacity. Should last a fair while, especially if you're doing bit of dust, especially if you're doing fertilizer spreading, I should say. Next we have got... Did I get one of these out? I did. I've got this. This is the Lizard Bazuca 15,000 by DrXmL, 6.83 megabytes download, 4 slots, 15,000 litres. The only reason I got this out was it has an auger pipe, but it has these little boxes here. So I wanted to double check, does it have the option for pipe unload or normal unload? It only has the option for pipe unload. I thought, well, maybe it's not then. So what I did was, when I opened the cover up, I had a look, and it does actually have holes in there. So I don't know whether it's supposed to in the real world or not. I honestly couldn't say for certain. But that's where you find it, 8,500, that's all. Takes your regular auger wagon type crops. We've got Continental, Trelleborg, Lizard, back again. Continental, Standard, Standard 2, twin wheels, back again. Trelleborg, wides like that. Lizard, wides like that. And back. Side stickers, yes or no. Main colour, does that. Design colour, does all the stickers, pipe, couple of bits and bobs, metal coverings, that kind of thing. Design colour does the cover, like that. Rim colour does the rim colour, and a license plate option on there as well. So, what we'll do, unfold the pipe, open the cover. Now what I do, before that opens up and I go over the thing to unload it, R1, there's no option for changing the unload, it's just pipe or not. So like I say, it's unusual. I genuinely thought it would probably have another option. There we go. Depending how quickly it unloads, it might take a while. Just trying to avoid this taking too long. When we get down there, you'll see the boxes and why I wanted to double check it. So anyway, that's the Lizard Bazuca 15,000. Now, while I'm doing this, what I'm going to say is I've got 2 mods out, which I'm not going to show you in this video, because since I did all my prep, I stopped to have my dinner and then came back in to do my recording, and one of the packs has been removed. It's been removed because there was some stuff missing from it, and I was going to mention it on the mod review. I don't want to do the mod as a disservice. It's been removed. I'm assuming it will come back with those things fixed. It's the John Deere 8R 2009-2011 series by GDR Modding. So I won't show you those, but you see down inside there, you can see the holes, the square holes. I was convinced that would give you an option to just unload. I did try it over the thing, it didn't work better. So what I'm going to do is remove those 2 tractors now. What was missing for me was decals, and I thought the difference between the US and the EU version should have had something that it didn't have. So potentially when that comes back updated, we'll have a look at it then. I'll try to remember because I don't always look at updates. So I'll do that now. What we're going to move on to is the Schluter 2500 VL by MTL Modding Team, 5.99 megabytes download and 8 slots. I'll show you the options on it now actually in here, and then we'll go and have a look at the actual vehicle. This was under medium tractors. You'll find it just there. The Schluter has been in multiple versions of the game. I think on FS15, was it part of a DLC or was it part of the base game? I'm trying to remember now. Anyway, 2500 automatic, manual, power shift, or you've got original, which is manual and power shift, all 240 horsepower regardless of what you go for. Trelleborg, Michelin, back again. So we've got standard, wide, twin wheels, back under Michelin, and a Trelleborg, standard, narrow, wide, twin wheels, back again. Beacon light, original both, original right, original left, LED both, LED right, LED left. So what you want to go for. Air horn, yes or no. Has them on by default. Front attacher, hitch or 3-point, which is quite handy. I've got precision farming on, so you've got the option for Iceria Pro Compact on the wing mirrors if you want help with your precision farming. Main colour does that. Front hydraulic colour, if you've got it on there, does that. Exhaust colour does that. Then we've got seat cover colour inside. You can see a little seat cover on there. It's a bit glossy. You can actually, if you've got the colour configurations mod, you can make that matte if you want to, so it's more like a cloth cover. Decal colour, let's go blue again so you can see those on the bodywork. You can see that, there you go. So I've changed the decals to blue. Rim colour does that, and a license plate option on there as well. Let's hop out to the Schluter. And so the Schluter in person. I have to say, it does look good. Doesn't matter what version of the game it is. So, let's start that up. Horn, lights, beacons if you've got them. And we've got steering mode, all-wheel steer, front-wheel steer, crab steer left, crab steer right, back to all-wheel steer. There we go. Then we've got L1, R1, and we've got left stick side to side, does the right-hand door, slides, right stick side to side, does this, or is it up and down? Nope, side to side, does the sliding door on this side. I think that was it for, oh no, we've got change driving direction as well. L1, R1, X, it's pretty cool, it pivots on the centre as well, which I quite like. The whole lot just goes zoink. There we go. Very cool indeed. Beacons off. Hop out. There we go. That is the Schluter 2500 VL. Next we've got the Same Lamborghini and Hurleman tractor pack by MonkeyFunky. 24.43 megabytes download, 11 slots and 13 slots. There are two... I've come at this at a different angle. Two variants. We have the smaller version and the larger version, as you can see just there. Is it a 4-cylinder and 6-cylinder? I'm not too sure. Anyway, no, I was in the right place. Go up here to our tractors. This is under small tractors. And we come to there. So we start here on the Explorer series. 45 grand is all that's required. So we've got Explorer, we've got the Grand Prix in the Lamborghini, and we've got the H4X8 on the Hurleman. We'll put it on, what did this one on Explorer? So we've got 70 horsepower, 80 horsepower, 90 horsepower. That's as it goes. We've got Trelleborg, Michelin, Continental, Lizard, does rice wheels. Back Trelleborg, so I'll show you an example. Wides, narrows, rear twin, twin, back to standard. I don't think the others have narrows, wide, rear twin, twin, back, yep. Beacons, we got no. Left beacon, right beacon, both beacons. I think that was it. Yep. 3-point, no. We've got additional weights. 3-point or no. Front loader attacher, quick, Hauer, no. License plate option there as well. And then we come down here to the Laser/Galaxy, which is slightly larger, a bit more expensive, 85 grand. So we've got the Laser on Same, we've got the 1X08 on the Lamborghini, and then we've got the H6170T on the Hurleman. We'll leave it on Hurleman. Trelleborg, Michelin, Continental, PKT, Vredestein, Lizard, steel iron wheels. Back to Trelleborg again. Let's show you on Continental, for example. Standard, wide, narrow, rear narrow twins, rear twins, twins, back to standard. I think the Trelleborg did have wides, narrows, rear narrows, and oh no, it didn't. Maybe it didn't. Okay. Oh no, I was thinking the John Deere's. Sorry. Beacons, I think it's same options. Left beacon, right beacon, both beacons. Front weight, same options. Front loader, quick, Hauer, off. License plate option as well. Again, straightforward. Let's hop in the smaller of them. So left stick side to side does the rear window, as you can see. This is the same on both. Right stick side to side does the right hand door. There we go. Right stick up and down does that door. Interior. I think close that door properly. So the smaller of the Hurlemans, the Explorers and things. So next we go on to the Lambo of this variety. I think it's the same option. L1, R1, left stick side to side does the rear window, right stick side to side and up and down does the doors, yeah. Horn, lights, beacon, or beacons, whatever you've gone for. Interior on this one, I'm assuming it's going to sound a little bit different, potentially. And there you go. The Same Lamborghini Hurleman tractor pack, which is now then going to bring me on to the last of the mods for today. Actually, I'm recording this very late at the moment, so it's probably going to be tomorrow that this will get edited and posted. If I get it edited tonight, I might get it up. We've got 2 maps out as well, which I'm going to get onto as soon as I possibly can. I've got something I've got to do tomorrow morning for 2 hours. So again, I'm just trying to fit everything in as best I can. So apologies if there's a little bit of a delay on any of these things. I will do my very best, I promise. So we have got the MAN TGX semi-truck pack by HR Forst and Fahrzeugbau, 98.29 megabytes download, 29 slots and 30 slots. And then under the changing systems, we've got 8 slots, which is this here. Now, we've got, did I go for the same option? Oh, I might have done. I'm trying to think now. I did. Now, this is the same as the one we had the other day, which was the Volvo, in so much as this has got an insane amount of options. I think the options are identical pretty much to the Volvo we had the other day, apart from the decals are a bit different, that kind of thing. But the options are the same. I'll run through one set quickly, I promise quickly, because there's a lot. So the TGX 18 series is a single axle, like that. So 1 axle on the back. There's no option to change that if I recall correctly. And then the TGX 26 series is a double axle at the back, so 3 axles in total rather than 2. I'll show you on this one. So we've got off-road, agriculture, or we've got street. So that makes it a more commercial street version. The front lip gets taken off and a little bit higher if we go for the ag version. We've then got this one, 500 horsepower, 640, 880. That's the same on both, I think. And then we've got wheel brand, Continental, Nokian, BKT. Back again on the Continental, we've got those options. Nokian, I think it was just those two, isn't it? Yep. Then BKT, again, just changes that middle axle. I think because, have I missed something on this? I could have sworn. You can have 6x2, 6x4. Anyway, sunshield, small, middle, big. Let's go small. A wind reflector, yes or no. That puts them beside the windows. Little wind reflectors on the windows. We've got horns, yes or no. Side panels, we've got that option, and then full side panels if you want to go for that. Headlight protection, yes or no. Put squids over the headlights. We've got reflector strip, yes or no, if you want that on there. Extra radiator, puts that around the back, on the back of the cab. Extra radiator. Back bar, no. Yes, just the back bar with lights. Back off again, we'll go with that. Windscreen stone guard, yes, puts that on there. Chassis covers, so you can cover the whole chassis with a plate if you want to. I left it off so you can see all the gubbins. Roof bar, yes, and with lights if you want that. We've then got bull bar, yes, and with lights. That was it, yep. And then we've got spoiler, no. We got yes, and then yes with lights, which puts chicken lights all around the back. I've got one of those out, so I'll show you that in a moment. High exhaust, the moment it's no, then yes, puts a high exhaust around the back there. Vehicle wrapping, we've got design 1, design 2, design 3, design 4. That was it, back to no. I'll leave it on for the time being. Flashlights, yes or no. We got extra license plate. I put yes on, but I couldn't work out where that went. Oh, on the back of the cab, just there. Cool. Attachers, now this is a bit different as well. So we've got standard, trailer hitch, and then we've got swap body. Swap body is if you go for that extra back that we've got on there. So that is your fifth wheel with a trailer hitch, or that takes both those off and you've got the swap body version. So if you're trying to put the swap body on and you've got the fifth wheel on, it probably won't work, so just make sure that. Lollipop mirror lamps, puts those there. What else have I missed? Extra extinguisher, yes and no, that's around the back there. That's on or off there. We've got beacon light. We've got design 1 through 5, I think it was. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yep. We've then got bumper. Oh, now we're into colours. So silver, black, or the colour of the vehicle on the sort of chin bit there. Windows, tinted 1, tinted 2, back to standard. Decoration, yes or no, puts the broom and shovel around the back there, spade, should I say. We then got marker lights down the bottom. What else have we got? Now we move on to all the colours. Now, I'm not going to show you all the colours changing on here. You can change cabin above colour, that's the top section. Cabin middle colour, middle of the cabin. Cabin below colour, the rest of it down the bottom. You can do the mirror caps, you can change those. Fender colour, that's on the back, the fenders, you can mix and match those. Front bumper middle, that's a little bit in the middle. There's little highlighted bits here and there. Front middle plate colour, which changes a bit in the middle. I'll change that one just to show you what changes there. Does that bit there. Plastic parts, you can change the plastic parts. Door handle colours, at the moment they're black, you can change those as well. Sun shield colour, we can change that. Chassis cover colour, if you've gone for it, I didn't go for it, you can change that. Roof bar pipes you've got in there, you can change that colour. Windscreen stone guard, the MAN stone guard, you can change the colour of that. Bull bar colour, change the colour of that as well. Back bar colour, it's honestly, it's insane. Interior colour, we can change our interior if we want to as well. Outer rim colour, does a rim around the outside, if you haven't seen that before, does that. We've got inner rim colour, if you want to change that as well, and license plate option on there too. Bosh, that's the same on both. Crazy. And then we go from there to, actually, we will need to go down to changing systems to this. The TGX Crane SB, is it SB or S8? So, same thing with this. Body colour, let's go with that. So you can mix and match. Seat colour, that's the seat inside the crane. Seat shell, there's a little white bit around it. You can change the colour of that. Crane colour, you can see the crane at the moment, which is red. You can change that. Hydraulic cover colour, let's go like that, so you can see what changes there. There you go. Hydraulic covers. And then the claw colour can be changed and license plate there too. So this is your swap body back. Now, let's hop in. So this has got the fifth wheel. Yep, this is the one that's got the swap, whoa, blimey, the swap bodies on the back of it. So let's hop in, start it up. So beacons, so if you've gone for the flashes, it does that. But what's also cool is, let's say about the lights, look at the chicken lights. So if you've gone for the chicken lights, put some all around the back of the cab, which I think is quite cool. This is the same as the Volvo the other day. If we put it on our main beams, look how bright that is. Insanity, people, insanity. But all the chicken lights, the level of the detail's brilliant. You can't fault it. L1 and right stick side to side. Oh, that was if you've got the fifth wheel. Should have shown that. Sorry, I'm just very conscious of time. I'm going to have to edit some bits out, I think. L1 right stick side to side. We can move our fifth wheel. So if you've got the fifth wheel on there, because I've gone for swap body, it's not there as an option. Engine off. Now we don't have doors or windows that open. Just as it is. Interior of the cab. Very nice. Turn the lights off. There's various different options now. Lighting. We back up to the swap body. I love this because it's a dinky little proposition here. Look at it. It's quite cool, isn't it? But anyway, now we've got the back on. The crane operates like all cranes do, so it's fairly straightforward. If we unfold the trailer, it will do that, put the supports out, unfold the crane, and we're good to go. If we go, we've got tension straps in the bed, you can see those. We go R1, is it R1, L1 and R1? L1, R1, right stick side, there we go. L1, R1, right stick side to side, opens that side, right stick up and down, opens that side. So if you want to slide stuff on, put stuff on, or if you want to put them level and have it more of a sort of almost like a flatbed really, you can do that, like I said, with tension straps. If I change control group to crane, our crane movements are left, right, up and down, L1 and joystick, R1 and joystick, up and down, forwards and backwards, L1, R1, rotate of our crane, and open and close the grab. Like I say, fairly standard for crane. Now at the moment we are inside the cab and we can operate the crane, but we come around the back and we're into vehicle here, it puts us in the seat of the crane and we can do it all from there. This is where it's a little bit easier and a little bit better if you're doing crane work, because the camera angles on this, that one's okay, this one is even better. That's pretty cool, especially if you bring that in like that. Like I say, you can really see what you're doing there. There's no tension strap on the crane itself, it comes as it is, and that in essence is the that's the, I know I whizzed through that and didn't show you all those options, but you can see on here all the various different things. I did match door handles, I did sort of some trim accents in here as well, left the bull bars as they were. I put the middle section separate to the top and the bottoms, so you can see which sections change. I left the decals on as well, change the sun shield, a few bits and bobs like that. And that's it. The MAN TGX semi-truck packed by HR Forst and for Zeugbauer. And that's it for the mods for Wednesday, the 25th of June. I hope you found this useful and informative in some way, shape or form. If you have, please give us a like. If you don't subscribe yet, please do. If you want to leave a comment, feel free. And if you want to share this video, then of course, please be my guest. Whatever you should choose to do. Thanks for watching.